Believe it or not, stocks are publicly traded, meaning that we can just open up our browser of choice and see whatever stocks our favorite celebrity or even family member may even own. I personally thought it would be a pretty fun series to go over celebrity stock portfolios, reviewing them and even comparing them to mine. So make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below telling me what celebrities you guys would like me to review their stock portfolios of. I'd also kindly like to ask you guys to join my stock Discord. It's free. We talk about everything on there, so feel free to join and invite any of your friends. And for any of you guys going through a hard time right now, school's getting a little stressful, best thing you can do, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Please keep in mind we're going to be staying away from the political topic of Donald Trump and to the businessman Donald Trump. So today we're going to be taking a look at Donald Trump's public portfolio. We're going to compare it to mine and compare some of his holdings to Warren Buffett's. And we're going to look over his rules of investing in stocks. The first of 3 of Trump's investing rules is to buy U.S. stocks. This comes as no surprise if you've ever listened to more than 3 of his press conferences, as I'm pretty sure he sold off a bunch of his international stocks before he started competing for his presidency. The second rule he has is to buy large cap stocks. The average weighted basis in his company is $197 million. To be completely honest, I am not a researcher on market caps, but you can see the top 10 market cap companies that he owns down there, which include Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Exxon, J&J, Procter & Gamble, Wells Fargo, and Alphabet. I'm not going to go much further into this in my own opinion because I don't really have one. All I can tell you is that there are some solid companies on those 10 that are shown below. The last rule he has I can absolutely give my opinion on, which is to buy dividend stocks, in which I 100% agree with. The weighted average for his portfolio is actually only 2%, which doesn't really surprise me because I'm sure his highest holdings, which you guys will see, is mainly technology, which pays little to no dividend at all. By no means, this should not stop you from investing in technology stocks, as there's much more growth potential and much more dividend growth potential as the future comes. In Trump's portfolio, 53 of his 65, or 82% of his positions actually pay dividends, which is interesting, and we will definitely look into that when we overview his portfolio. Overall, I can really agree with this rule and strongly agree with it. In fact, I would like to see his paid dividend companies go up to possibly 60 or 90%. But maybe he just prefers growth stocks, but we will see when we overview the portfolio later on in the video, so keep watching. Next, we're going to see how his portfolio compares to the S&P 500. Here we can see that his portfolio has rather matched or outpaced the S&P 500 for the last few years. You can see that it matched it that one year, but it honestly done really good compared to it. But you also have to take in fact that he owns a lot of good technology companies that have skyrocketed in those years, so I'd assume a lot of the tech has led for his earnings in a year. Next, we're going to see the similarities between Warren Buffett and Donald Trump in their portfolio. So we can see that Trump owns Apple, Costco, General Electric, J&J, Phillips 66, Procter & Gamble, Kraft Heinz Company, 21st Century Fox, which Disney owns now, I'm pretty sure, Wells Fargo, and Visa. You can also see their dividend yields. There's only 3 companies that have under a 2% dividend yield, which is really intriguing to see that both of these investors like to target higher yield dividend stocks. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, we're going to look at all of his positions that Donald Trump has. Drum roll, please. When I go over these stocks, I'll be telling you if I like them and if I'd personally be looking to add them to my portfolio in the future. Also note, these are all listed in alphabetical order, and I will be going over his top 3 holdings at the end of the video. Alright, let's get into it. So we can obviously see he has Google, Alphabet Class A and Alphabet Class C for his first 2 holdings. I approve of that. I like that. Next one is Amazon. I also approve. I'd like to add those 3 into my portfolio at some point in the future. Not now because they're so expensive. If they ever do a split, I will definitely be picking up some more. The next 2, which is Ameriprise Financial and Amatec Incorporated, I do not know much about, so I can't really give my weighted opinion on it. Then we got Apple, which is his largest holding, and I definitely like that one, and I'm happy with that being in my portfolio and his largest holding. Next, we got Boeing. I actually considered adding this at the beginning of my stock portfolio, but I never did. It was at like $105. I wish I did, but I approve of that. Broadcom, I don't know much about. Caterpillar, I want to add to it, but it's really expensive right now. Calgen Corp, I don't know much about that. Chevron, I own it. I'm fine with it. But I don't like having energy as one of my biggest holdings. I try to keep it under 5% of my portfolio. Cisco, that's okay. Citigroup, don't mind it. Don't know what CTSH is. Comcast, I'm okay with that. He probably sold it though because of the major streaming. Conga, I don't know about that. Costco, I approve of. It's pretty expensive. I'd like to add it, but a little too expensive right now. Don't know much about Crowncast International, but it looks interesting. I'll definitely look into it. Discover Financial Services, okay. Disney, really like it. Ecolab, don't know much about it. EOG Resources, don't know much about it. And then Extra Space Storage, that looks interesting because it's a REIT, and I'll definitely look into that one too. And then ExxonMobil, I'm okay with. I might add that to my portfolio later in the future, but I'm not exactly looking to add energy as much right now. And then General Electric, I'm okay with. Don't mind it. It's not the best thing, but it's better than, Bitcoin. And then we got Gilead, which is okay. I don't know much about it. I tried to look into it when the vaccine was being developed. Halliburton, don't know much about it. HCA Holdings, don't know much about it either. Home Depot, like it. I'd like to add it in the future, but I almost was considering buying it a couple weeks ago when it dipped. It's up $40 now, and I kind of regret it. Intuit, I don't know much about. JP Morgan Chase, I like that. I might add banks into the future. I don't know. They aren't my strong point when it comes to like the industry, but I will definitely look into it. J&J, love it. Kroger, like it. I own that myself. L Brands, that's okay. They own like Bath. I don't even know what it's called. McKesson, don't know much about it. Mead Johnson, don't know much about it. Merrick, heard of it, don't know much about it though. Microsoft, love it. NextEra Energy, love it, great utility. Nike, great, I hold that too. Norfolk Southern, don't know much about it. NXP Semiconductor, don't know much about it. Parker Hannifin, don't know much about it. PepsiCo, that's a good one. I want to get that eventually when I get some more money. I'm probably gonna buy it sometime this summer. Pfizer, it's decent. I looked into buying it a month or two ago. I didn't love it. Maybe sometime later in the future. Phillips 66, that's decent. Procter & Gamble, it's really good. Don't know much about Prudential Financial. Rite Aid, that's good. I think them and Walgreens are going to do good. Roper Technologies, don't know much about it. Seems kind of like a little bit of a gamble if it's a technology company. Don't know much about Salesforce and Schlumberger, I probably said that wrong. Sealed Air Corp, that seems okay. Shire, don't know much about it. Smucker, JM Co., I don't even know what that is. T-Mobile, I'd rather see it be in T as in AT&T. And Kraft Heinz, that's I don't really love it. Thermo Fisher, I honestly don't know much about it. Can't give my weight on it. Same with TGX cost. A lot of this stuff is like from the 80s and 90s, so I don't know much about it. 21st Century Fox, I don't know if that's like Fox News and stuff, or if that's what was acquired by Disney. I don't know if it's been updated. VF Corp, I really like that. I own it. They own like Supreme, North Face, you know, all that stuff. Visa, I like it. Wells Fargo, meh, I don't love it, don't hate it. And White Way Foods, don't know much about it. They probably own a bunch of like dairy brands and stuff like that. That's the end of his portfolio. He has a bunch of stuff that would be tied for third place of the portfolio, but his biggest holding would be Apple. Overall, I think this is a decent portfolio. I think he needs to weight it a little bit more towards the future. That's going to wrap up the video. It would mean a lot to me if you guys told me in the comments section if you like these style of videos. I hope to speak with you guys again real soon, and make sure to smash the like button.